So if you haven't seen the first quadratic formula video, you should definitely go check it out. But if you did and want to know more, then you're in the right place. So what we're going to talk about now is if you know the three parameters of the quadratic formula, a, b, and c, how can we find out the highest point, this, or maybe the lowest point of the parabola? For example, this. So let's get started. The first thing we always have to do is take the derivative, the classic approach. Why do we need the derivative in this case? Because we want to know at which point the tangent line, the derivative, touches the lowest or the highest points. In our case, these two. So let's do it. So we have the first derivative of y equals 2ax, right? Because we take the power, we carry it out, and we subtract 1, so we just have 2ax, plus b, because 1 minus 1 is 0, so the x here disappears. Now, because the tangent line is flat, we want to set this equal to 0, right? That makes sense, because it's not going anywhere. The slope of the tangent is 0, because it's touching the highest or the lowest point. So we set it equal to 0. Let's find out the x-coordinates. Pretty simple. So 2ax is equal to minus b, right? We subtract b from both sides. And then we divide everything by 2a. So here we have x equals minus b over 2a. What does this mean that we just got, this x here? That means that for any parabola where we know the parameters, the highest or the lowest point will always be minus b divided by 2a. Whatever that parabola is, that's the highest or the lowest point, where the tangent line is equal to 0, obviously, as we said. Now, what will be the y-coordinates? How do we find that out? Well, all we have to do is plug in this minus b over 2a into the initial equation. So let's do that. So we have y equals a times minus b over 2a squared plus b minus b over 2a plus c. Makes sense, right? We just take the x that we derived here and we plug it into the initial equation. So what does this equal? Y equals ab squared divided by 4a squared minus b squared divided by 2a plus c. Okay, so we can definitely see that this cancels out, the a's cancel out here. And we can probably put this into one denominator. So what can we do? So to get from 2a to 4a, we have to multiply this fraction by 2 on the top and on the bottom, right? So let's do that. We're going to have b squared minus 2b squared divided by 4a, and then the plus c here, right? That makes sense. We multiplied both the top and the bottom by 2. Here it is. And it would simplify otherwise, and we would have this. So what does this equal now? Y equals b squared minus 2b squared is obviously minus b squared over 4a plus c. And that's it. There we have it. So for any parabola where you know the parameters a, b, and c, we can find out the highest or the lowest point with these equations right here. That's it. It's that simple. More math videos are coming. Don't forget to subscribe and check out other topics.